Better to have a short life that is full of what you like doing than a long life spent in a miserable way.
Okay, so 2022, it's been a couple weeks, nothing has felt that different. I have set no goals, no resolutions, no current plan or vision for 2022. So that's not great because setting goals, setting resolutions, those are literally things that set your year up to be great. What I wanted to talk about today was setting goals, making habits, and envisioning sort of your ideal dream scenario for this year. So you might be like, oh, but I'm busy, you know, I've got commitments, there's like a lot of things going on. You know what, same. If that sounds like you, then you've come to the right place because I'm going to show you how to set like realistic goals and realistic habits to achieve. It will help guide you to making 2022 a really good year. I want to start this video off by talking about how to set goals. So you can set long-term goals, you can set short-term goals, the difference being the time duration, obviously. For both these goals, you want them to be what are considered SMART goals. So SMART goals are not smart, the S doesn't stand for smart. The S stands for so specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. Kind of make sure that the goals you set are something that you can achieve so that it continues to motivate you and keep you disciplined to be able to achieve other goals and continue on this path. Sometimes it might not be specific enough and you have no idea where you're going with it and you can't measure or you can't tell whether you've achieved it or not. For example, a long-term goal could be I want to be able to run a 10-kilometer, like marathon or whatever by the end of this year. For your short-term goals that fall under this, you want to be writing things like I will be able to run 3 kilometers under this time limit this week. So basically, in terms of setting up goals, I like to just create one with a bunch of general short-term and long-term goals. And you can do this on Canva, you can do this on Word, wherever you feel comfortable. I basically just split it up into 4 categories. One that's self-improvement, one that's YouTube, one that is school, and one that's just life in general. And you can just write down a bunch of general short and long-term goals that this will help to get you some direction and just put some things down. And you can obviously sort them out and then make them more specific as you go, and also make it something that you like to look at and that you want on your home screen so that you can actually put it there and not be like, oh, it's so ugly, I wish I did it differently. Okay, so now let's go on to how to build habits. Habits take anywhere from 18 to 254 days to build a habit. It takes about 66 days for the habit to become automatic, according to Google. So 2 months, if you think about it, is a long time for something to become autonomous. So you need something to really motivate you, remind you, and just help you get there. So you want to use something like a habit tracker app. This habit tracker app is called Habit on the App Store. Basically, you just download the app and you can set up a bunch of different habits in it. Okay, so you can see my home screen now. Basically, this is a little app. You basically click on it and those are all your habits. So you can basically set them all up and then when you finished it, you just go ahead and swipe them done like this. You just swipe them all done. So that's basically once you finish them. But how do you set it up? I can show you because I'm a tech guru and whatever. But basically click this plus at the bottom of the screen and it brings you up to a page where there's a bunch of habits to choose from. As you can see here, walk, run, stretch, stand, stand. And then there's also call parents, contact a friend, save money, all this kind of stuff. And also you can set things like custom habits up the top here and you can choose from a bunch of icons and name your habit yourself, which is what I did for some of them because I couldn't really find what I was looking for and sometimes you want to be more specific. So let's click stretch because stretching is fun. And then you can change up the top your goals, you can change the minutes, say you want to stretch for 5 minutes, or you can even change the unit, so it can just be a count, so it's you do it once a day. And you can add custom units, so if I wanted to add lumens, I don't know why I would want to do that. And then you can choose the frequency of it. You can see that there's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you can do it daily, you can do it only some days, so say I wanted to do it sporadically, I don't know why, just Monday, Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday. And then you can set up a time range for it. You can set up a reminder, so that's usually what I do. I set up a little reminder and it'll just send me a little notification that's hey, get up, you need to stretch. So I'm just gonna set that, say at 12:30. You can click a different notification sound or you can add one from importing an audio file. I'm not gonna do that, I'm gonna leave it as default, but you can upload audio files, you can even upload songs. I don't even know. And then motivational message. So here's the part that I think is funny. If you don't want to do an audio file, you'd be like, hey, get up, you need to stretch right now. Just pretend I didn't spell it wrong. And then click complete, and then you can see it's in here now. Oh, I chose on sporadic days, why did I do that? So up here you can see it's like a habit tracker, it creates one for you, and I think that's really cute because I used to try and do this all the time in my bullet journal, but just never worked. And you can see how much you've met it, your best day, your best streak, all that kind of stuff. And also you can see on like your home page, there's a little like widget that you can set up, and it's super easy to add. So like this widget, if you click on it, it'll bring you to the actual like page or the actual app bit. But basically all you have to do to set up this widget is like click the add button at the top and then scroll down to this part and click habit. And then you can see I have this one, but you can do any of them. There are like so many different types in here. So yeah, all you have to do is add the widget. So you can use this app to like just really easily create a routine in the morning. Like you can do wake up, make a bed, brush teeth, get ready, eat breakfast. For me, sometimes I skip breakfast, so writing that down will just like make me want to eat something before I leave, because a lot of time I'm just like, nope, no time, gotta go, run. So yeah, on the habit app, you can use it to create a routine to follow every day, and it's just like all laid out really nicely for you. And just being able to visualize and see how many other things you need to do to complete your routine for that day can be really helpful sometimes, and it'll help you allocate your time properly. So you want to make sure you make a manageable amount of habits, and make sure that you add ones that are slightly challenging but also not too many that like stress you out, because habits are just like to get into a routine of doing something automatically, and they should improve who you are, but they shouldn't stress you out. If you got to do schoolwork but you also haven't like read your book for the day in the habit tracker, like don't stress yourself out about that. It's like they're supposed to help you, not make you worried. So in terms of how to envision your dream life, there are so many ways to do it, but one of the biggest ways is to make a vision board. So vision boards are like physical representations of where you want to go, where you want to be, and what you want your year to look like. Basically all you have to do is go on Pinterest and just like scroll through, look for all your like little pictures and stuff like that, and then you just chuck them together in Canva or like Pic Collage, or you can use like Procreate and stuff like that. Basically just creating something that like will remind you every day and like is a nice looking collage and has all those things that you want to be and that you want to do on that. It's just really going to be motivating and keep you disciplined throughout the year. I think discipline is really important to getting anywhere. A lot of people have said, you know, motivation, and even sometimes I say it, but it's like discipline that really like carries you through. If you continue being disciplined, you are actually going to achieve those goals. Motivation, I feel like it comes and goes, and sometimes you can feel more motivated and less, but if you're disciplined, even on those days that you feel unmotivated, you'll be able to do it. What I did was I set it as like my iPad and my like Mac lock screen and desktop wallpaper and stuff like that, and basically that just like helps to remind me every single day, this is what you're working for, this is what you're going for, and this is what you will and can achieve. And also I put in like my goals and stuff like that on like a little sticky note, so I can close it and like open it, but just look at it and keep reminding myself of all these things together. So apart from using or like creating a vision board, what you can also do is you can use a journal like this. This is the Dream Life Journal. I just picked it up from Kiki K during Christmas. If you saw my Vlogmas video, this is what that is. Basically it has a bunch of reflective prompts and a bunch of things to help you like envision your dream life, and it asks you a bunch of questions like, you know, like where do you want to go, where do you want to travel, if you had all the money in the world, what would you do, if you had all the time, what would you do? And like it has a bunch of like different exercises and stuff like that inside, and it's just sometimes it can be really helpful if you don't really know what you want to do or where you want to go yet. This can really help you get there because it helps you think about things and makes you really go, what do I want to do, or like what would I do if I had, you know, all the time in the world. So now that you have basically like plan out your year, you got goals, you got visions, you got all that stuff, how are you going to keep on top of it? How are you going to stay organized? One of the things I had last year that I used like a whole lot was my journal, like a physical planner journal. I'll go get it. It was this. It was very like simple. I basically just got it from Kmart for $5, 21 on the front. I don't know, I just thought it was really nice. It was very simple inside. It just has like a blank space for that day, and it has like notes to do, urgent and my goals, and then like a little calendar at the bottom. You can see that some of these pages are blank because because that was really aggressive. At one point in the year, I kind of stopped using that and I switched to Notion. And Notion is like an online planner thing. And I found it more helpful to have a huge calendar that I could use, and I could basically like create little events in there, and each event is like a sub page in that Notion calendar. And Notion is just like a website. It's free to use, it's very easy, and you can make it really cute and aesthetic. That's why I like Notion, because you can like move things around after you're done and create little icons and symbols and like tag things. When I say tag, I mean you can make it like incomplete, complete, event, you know, like birthday. You can like add tags like that so you remember what they are. So I don't know, I find that it's really helpful and I really like it, and you can set it up however you like. It's very customizable in that way. I'm by no means like a Notion expert. I do not spend a lot of time making it look nice, but the fact that you don't have to spend a lot of time for it to look like okay is nice to me. So this was simple, very easy to use. I liked it for a period of time, and then once I started getting really busy and I didn't have this around with me, Notion was really easy because I had it on my laptop or on my phone wherever I went, and it was just easy to like plan, unlimited space, and just I don't know. By the way, if you want Notion templates and stuff like that, I'll leave some below of the people who I think are really good in like their YouTube videos. So anyway, that's basically it. I talked for so long that this sun has actually started to like come up. Clouds are going away. That was my resetting 2022 video. It was like, it's just a little guide for you. I hope that it was helpful. I'm not an expert, but these are just some things that I found really helpful to learn when, you know, I was stressed and I was juggling a lot of things. So these are just some things that I hope are helpful. So anyway, have a good day. Have a great rest of 2022. It is gonna be a good year. Just think about it. Just be like, it's gonna be a good year. It's gonna be my year. I hope you enjoyed. I hope this helped. And I will see you guys another time. Alright, there are people outside my window. Okay. Bye bye.